Okay, can we talk about this word self love, loving yourself? It has been so much commercialized that I believe that it has come to a point that you believe that self love means buying yourself expensive skincare, expensive makeup, and expensive clothes, and having an expensive place to live in, and going to an expensive restaurant. Is it me, or that is how everyone is selling self love? But let's just go back a bit. Let's just go back a bit and go to the roots of what self love actually mean. What does self love actually mean, people? Yeah? I would love to hear it from you. Just think about it. Take a moment. Think about what self love actually means to you. And how do you love yourself the best? Like, how do you love yourself the best? Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Life is an Art podcast with me, Maggie. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I fell into the commercial run of self-love means spending money. But self-love really is very deep, like very deep. And this is how I define self-love for myself. Like having love for myself even when I don't feel the best, even when things are not going the best, even when people around me don't see the best in me. I need to have that self love. And self love is comprised of empathy, compassion towards yourself. Like if you're not if you do not empathize with yourself and have compassion for yourself, then you don't really love yourself. Because let's not lie to one another. How many times that do you have you failed, and the first thing you tell yourself, it's like, we can't, Maggie, we can't be doing this in 2022. I mean, it's not, we can't be doing this. As in, you're failing, you're not doing okay. Yeah, you see how people are going on with life, and you're just here and you're wasting time and you're doing this. Like, you need to have compassion for yourself, and you need to be you need to empathize with yourself. So for me, self love is more of empathy and compassion and healing. Three things. If Let me pose a question. Let me take a moment and think about something that you don't want to think about. You don't even want to talk about it because you prefer it to remain in the past. What is that? How do you, when you think about it and the things that you have not confronted right now at this age that you're in, especially from your past and the traumas that you have not acknowledged yet, that you don't even want to acknowledge, and me speaking about it makes you want to turn off this podcast. So please don't. When Even if you put on most expensive lotion and go to an expensive restaurant and have the most expensive skincare products, if you have not confronted the past and you have not started acknowledging your traumas and started seeing them as a hindrance to the things that you could accomplish, and start seeing your traumas as something that you can heal off and come out of, and not become a prisoner of something that happened to you in the past because that was out of your control one way or another, then you cannot really come out and say that you love yourself. Because do you trash on something that you love? Do you walk over something that you love? No, you don't. You take care of something that you love, and if it's a bug and it's spoiled, you want to fix that. That's because you love that bug. Then why do we find it hard to fix, to fix something that is broken in us, to allow ourselves to heal from traumas. So if you do not face the traumas that are from your past, or the things that you don't even consider trauma, but one way or another they act as a hindrance in your life, you need to confront them, right? You need to confront them. You need to sit down and see how best you can heal. Seek professional help, or if you can't afford professional help, then talk to someone. Write down your thoughts, because sometimes like you don't have someone to talk to, so you can write down your thoughts. And when you put down your thoughts in paper, it's one way of releasing that big mountain of thoughts that is deep, that you've been hiding deep, deep, deep down, and wearing this expensive stuff on top to mask and tell people that you love yourself, but you do not allow yourself to heal, or you do not allow yourself to be fixed or to be mended or to be put together, whichever word you may see fit for that. Another thing is just having compassion for yourself. One way you can show love to yourself is just having compassion for yourself. Because sometimes we do go through hell. We do go through hell, and we do go up and down. And instead of beating yourself up and telling yourself how better you could have done something, appreciate yourself and have some compassion for yourself. Just go easy on yourself. That's one way of loving yourself. Going easy on yourself. Just don't be so hard on yourself all the time. Like all the time you're so hard on yourself when you do not reach when you wanted to save like 10,000 shillings and you only saved 5,000 shillings, and now seeing yourself at this failure, instead of being like, I have saved 5,000. I could have not even saved that 5,000, but for some reason I gathered my strength and I saved 5,000. So how can I now move forward and get to that 10K? Have that compassion for yourself. As much as we are pushing ourselves out of the comfort zone, let's not push ourselves outside of the comfort zone at the expense of ourselves, at the expenses of our mind. Another way that you could love yourself, being empathetic, and just having some like being empathetic about yourself, for yourself, because no one else is gonna feel that for you apart from you. And talking to yourself like that little girl that you wish that someone could maybe talk to you, how your mom, if your mom was like soft, gentle, how she could talk to you and tell you, Maggie, whatever you're doing is not okay, and you're doing this and this because you're masking A, B, and C. So you need to stop doing this and do this. Like with compassion and empathy. But when you are empathizing with the past you, and because you're in the present and you're like, I can see how far you've come from, and I can feel the battles that you've had to push through so that you be in this position, and I feel you. And just having that, just feeling that for yourself. Another thing is appreciating the small wins that come along the way. If you do not appreciate yourself, no one will. And if everyone else appreciates you, there's always going to be that one thing missing. And that one thing that is missing is you. You actually clapping for yourself. You actually tapping yourself on the back and saying, you did a good job. You did that. You're the man. You did that, and just hyping yourself. If you cannot be your own hype man, no hype man will be able to hype you and you to feel and make you feel the satisfaction that you deserve, because until you hype yourself, until you do that for yourself. So, if nothing, just remember to go with the 4 cardinal rules of self love that I go with. Have compassion for yourself, have empathy for yourself, be appreciative of yourself, and allow yourself to heal. every step of the way. Sometimes it may not be just like a very past trauma. It could be a relationship that went wrong. It could be a friendship that went wrong. Allow yourself to feel that and allow yourself to learn from that and not hide it away and make it seem like it's in the past. I don't want to think about it. That's it. Whatever happened happened. I don't care. You get me. So if nothing, just remember to love yourself, not commercially, but the way you should. And above everything, put your faith first. Put your faith first. Have in everything that you do, just put your faith first. Because if nothing, everything seems not to be working. When you have faith, faith in God or faith in the universe, then everything seems to align. And when you feel better, when you feel loved, you become your best self. Like when somebody loves you, you know, and you just feel really good and you become your best self. How about you love yourself so much that you become the best version of yourself? How about that? Thank you so much. I am glad and I hope to hear you soon until the next episode. You can also share this podcast with someone you feel that they would benefit a lot from the podcast, and I'll be very appreciative if you do that. Thank you so much.